But we're cooking up. Beast Coast now leading 1-0 over Hokori. Let's see what's going on. Man, I kind of hate watching Chris Luck play mid Underlord because he's so good at it. And it makes me think I can do it, and I can't do it. I've tried to do it. Bowie warned me it's harder to do than you think it is, and it really is. It's easy to win the lane, not so easy to win the mid game. You got to do it.
You know what?
You need
And
communication.
you have to deal with your team yelling at you for picking mid Underlord and not understanding the merits of it. So all those stressors combined, man, it's just, it's just not the same.
Yeah, that's a problem.
10 seconds remaining.
All right,
But
so is
it is
Hokori
damn
picking first? Are they picking
5
Tusk here,
seconds
or
remaining.
they don't mind giving it again for Beast Coast?
They might take it.
Radiant team pick.
Oh,
Dun,
Not going to get it. Beast Coast to know the power.
Interesting.
And back to the Marana. All right.
I gotta say, I was satisfied with the Marana performance. I think in the late
Very
game,
good.
she split pushed a little bit too far, got killed a couple of times. But I was, even though it's not an unreliable combo, it's an unreliable combo of the Void Spirit, they managed to do pretty well. I was
10
impressed.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think the courier sniping is huge too. I think this
Yeah.
hero will be seen a lot simply because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Very worth it. Worth putting some effort into,
The Marana just reminds me so much of the 4 Tiny in SA. On paper, yeah, it might not be the best meta pick, but they love it and they know what to do with it.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta
But
say, this
Grimstroke's
Grimstroke
back.
hero, he's busted.
He's solid, especially with
10
the kind of
seconds
cores that
remaining.
Beast Coast likes to play. Your Blood Seekers, your
Mhm.
Chaos Knights, your
5
Wraith
seconds
Kings, get those
remaining.
double stuns going. Big fan of what the Grimstroke enables.
I honestly just want to see an Oracle on Hokori so they can dispel the Inkswell. Oh, this is actually such a good Oracle game. Dispel
Whoa!
Inkswell and Empower. Yeah, and
That's your
Magnus is
big
back,
boy
dude.
there.
I've been seeing it a lot in my pubs.
Gotta refresh myself on his changes.
Radiant team
They were
back.
not that big. I think they improved the Empower just a bit. Yeah, I don't think there were more changes. Maybe some shard ones.
He had some tweaks, like mana cost slightly adjusted for shockwave, skewer damage slowly, a little bit buffed at the later levels, speed reduced slightly. He got a lot of tweaks, but nothing too wild. For Horn Toss,
Radiant
the
team
shard
back.
landing stun duration was increased from 0.25 to 0.75. So that's actually a big buff. I don't know if it's enough to make Horn Toss a useful ability, but it does have an actual mini stun on it now.
I did have some people comment in during, I did a little bit of a later patch analysis today in terms of I've been looking at the trends and the stats and just saying
Numbers.
how are things looking today? Checking this morning, and several people were like, I still think it's slept on. The Mag 4. People
Yeah.
like it.
I've seen a lot
I've
of
seen
it.
a bit of 3 Mag. I don't think I've seen support quite yet. But, you look at some of these items, you think about Empower. The Battle Fury got nerfed too. So, and plus that buff, as you said, to the Shard. Anyone who got a nice looking Shard, it feels like everyone just wants to try them out again,
So we're thinking Whisper or Schofield, something like that.
I would
Yeah, and I
guess.
think the Magnus is a way for them to actually have a better fight against the PL without having to ban
Dire
it.
team
So
ban.
if they, there's a lot of heroes like you can get PA, you can get Jug, but it's banned, and then you don't ban the PL, and you have a much better way to handle all of those illusions, even in the late
Radiant
game.
team ban.
Yes, this was the key, Boston Major, whatever. Last time, the Luna SD meta, the Mag became the solution.
True.
Everyone just trying that.
Okay, so they actually get the Sand King on Hokori. I'm not sure if they are the ones that want to deny the
10
Sand King so they can
seconds
play the
remaining.
PL, or if they think Beast Coast might play it.
5
Just
seconds
another
remaining.
classic combo with our Mirana, too.
True.
Do we need to be afraid of Magnus partners? Like Trolls banned, but like PA? Is that a hero?
I think, yeah. It's not a hero by itself, but it's
Dire
definitely
team
good
ban.
enough with Mag. Ursa.
Ursa, yeah, there's another good one. Pretty
I wonder
scary.
if Spec is a hero. Like I'm sure Spec is really good dispatch. I wonder if that's something they would play.
Yeah, Spectre seems very
Spectre?
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
the,
hero's
the
back.
Blade Mail and the
10
new
seconds
cheap
You mean
vest.
Mercurial?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And they had to buffer up. That Arcana's got to come soon, you know?
You're right. You're right.
It's time.
Dire team
Yeah, it
pick.
just feels really strong with the
I do
Blade
think
Mail build
Shadow
again.
Step is still an underutilized aspect of Spectre. Like that's an Aghanim set. Pubs and pros alike. Like we just don't really see it talked about or picked up that often. But
The shard seems really good too. Like I actually played like 10 games of Spectre since yesterday.
10 seconds
I didn't
remaining.
touch the shard because it seems really complicated. But like you press it and you attack one of the last people that attacked you. It seems useful against some matchups.
Set it and forget it. You know, you just keep slapping that button. Just keep hitting your passive. It'll do its thing. It's fine.
I see. Okay.
Don't think about it too much. Just buy it.
that has always been Spectre's MO. The
True.
easy mode carry. The mute your team, farm the side lane, then press R when your team gets baited into a bad fight. That's a guaranteed path to victory right there.
It's very
Spectre
true.
players.
I've seen
That's why
a
she's
lot
my
of
fave.
Spectre and Dawnbreaker combo together. The
Yeah.
ultimate global.
Mm-hmm.
I just need Meteor Hammer Spectre to come back, and I'll be right back in Dota heaven.
Oh, I like this guy.
But they
Great
go
versus
for
the Sand
Nyx.
King. One of the overall highest win rates, I believe, in pubs right now among top tier games.
And support, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Nothing
probably
special.
either Chris Luck Mag or an offlane one.
I do have a
10
question, actually. I was a little
seconds
upset by this morning. I don't think this level 20 talent is okay.
5
The
Which one?
minus
Oh, Nyx.
3.5 second spiked Carapace cooldown is his
Oh,
new
yeah.
talent.
Yeah.
That talent is not okay. So that means that he is a 6.5 second Carapace, which stuns for 2.4 seconds.
30% uptime. That's cool, man.
And when you think about Carapace, theoretically you can hit all 5 heroes, and it's just such an amazing ability.
Dire team pick.
Yeah. I think they oh, I'm so happy they got the Oracle, dude. I talked about it. You can take Inkswell and Empower at the same time. That's a lot of value here. Especially
Agreed.
against whatever bursty boy they pick up with this mag. So you're gonna maybe save whoever gets jumped.
10
Are you guys,
seconds remaining.
correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like Oracle, even in games where there
5
isn't a
seconds
good
remaining.
aggressive dispel, the hero still stands on its own merits. Like, I feel like good dispel games are like, oh, S tier Oracle pick. But even, like, you don't need that for Oracle to be viable.
Well,
correct?
yeah, because there's always going to be
Yeah.
stuff to dispel on your own teams, too. Like any slow. You
Sure.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just... the
Just
heroes
like
need
it's
to
not
start-
only a
save-
dispel anyway, so like it's still like a stun or like a disable.
Yeah.
So it's really.
It's
good
just
by
the
itself.
juxtaposition of this like ultra defensive save hero that also has a root, has all this amazing utility, and has insane burst damage in the lane. Like
For
Oracle,
some reason.
yeah, he ain't no slouch in the lane when it comes to actually killing people, and that's just the full package.
Mhm.
Sorry, enough Oracle love. I know he's amazing.
What about
Oh.
the Life Stealer here? Your favorite hero?
Yeah. I actually think Lifesteal looks kind of okay, but they want the
Well,
stun.
any other team, we'd go, wow, what the fuck? Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
bad. But you know, it's Beast Coast. No matter
Dude.
what they do, no matter how they change this hero, this is their bread and butter. Now we don't have to worry about Magnus and Power. He's got his own
10
cleave, and
seconds
hey, with
remaining.
Battle
They're-
Fury getting nerfed, that should mean Sven has gone up a little bit,
They're
right?
poking the
Yeah.
bear here, guys. Look at
I
them.
mean-
we've picked Magnus. We've picked Sven. We've left you PL. Huh? You guys want to try it again? Come on. You think you're good? They want it so bad right now.
I don't think you go. There's no way you pick PL here.
You're
I
right,
think-
though, Trent. This is brilliant drafting. Beast Coast is laughing right now. Just like, take it. I dare you. I dare you.
Please.
Make my day. So what stands up against Sven? I mean, something like Terrorblade, really high armor, gets a reset.
I think Dusa looks
Um,
kind of good these days. She looks a
yeah.
little scary.
I
Maybe
don't mind
like
Spec here,
Monkey
especially
King.
now that you don't have the break on the Nyx Assassin anymore. Think you can
Yeah.
just jump the Grimstroke in the back lines. You can always wait the RP to be used to join a fight, but there you go.
And look at that. Zyori
Zyori
again.
always gets the 4 picks. dude.
Hey,
It's
this was not ninth
incredible.
pick.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
ninth pick,
Still.
Zyori.
Dire team
Still, I mean, come on. This is something.
Yeah, great Oracle pairing.
I don't know,
you
man. They actually took 2 armor away from Terrorblade in Dispatch. I don't think he can stand up
Ah.
to man after the -2 armor.
Man, that Agi gain will never make up for that.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, it's just a Terrorblade. Like, if you look at the win rate right now, the win rate is really bad. I
5
thought
seconds
the
remaining.
changes on the
Radiant
hero
team
would
back.
mean a nerf overall, but he's not doing that well, and I'm kind of confused as to why. It is good though. Like you have this Oracle, obviously high armor. I just wonder
Oh.
how this is gonna play out in the grand scheme of things.
If we didn't have this Sven,
10
we could maybe
seconds
tinker.
remaining.
The
Yeah.
patch and everything, but
There's a
unfortunately,
Nyx, though.
they can't squeeze it in. No, I mean for Beast Coast.
Oh,
But they can't really fit it because they're so greedy with the Sven. Because like Tinker versus the Terrorblade, the classic.
true.
Now the Tinker seems kind of strong again. I mean, what else is? Arc Warden can't really play that. I mean, the
I think
Underlord
if you
is-
want to play something here, I wouldn't mind that Snapfire. Just
Yes.
find a Terrorblade in the backline, just throw this Venom or the Magnus there, and just do your thing.
I mean, they'll get to react a little bit, but a lot of options with this front line.
I think
Go for some burst damage.
I think Snapfire is
5
extremely
seconds
strong again.
remaining.
Yeah, and they are out of buffs on Hokori.
What about Batrider? Is that hero done?
I haven't seen a Bat Rider
He
actually.
Me
needs
neither,
like 2
but-
patches probably until
He
he's
needs some
recovered.
time.
Maybe like up until TI, he's gonna become a hero again. But right now, I
they've
don't
got
think so.
like Invoker, they've got Queen of Pain,
Oh,
Puck,
Invoker.
Lena, some of these other really classic mids that could fit this tempo nicely.
Oh, can you
I still think
imagine?
Nature's Prophet could be
Empower
an option.
Alacrity on this man. How happy
Exactly.
he would be?
That's exactly what I was picturing when I said Invoker. So yes, I can. Amazing synergy.
Hokori could get it too, I guess.
Yeah, they're.
Because they have
There
the
is a
Nyx.
Nyx though. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Yeah, they just
remaining.
need any, flavor, mid, whatever, some spirit or
5
something is
seconds
fine. They're all there.
So there's no.
Someone else who
Black
jumps in with
Hero.
Sand King would be nice. Anything else with percent-based damage? With the DP being gone, I mean, I don't think they're going to play Underlord.
DK?
Oh, I'll just take a spirit.
Stick
Okay.
with the
Wow.
Storm.
I am surprised.
Bit scary, but, Grim and
picking
Nyx, they have their
blind.
tools. Still a really strong hero, though.
Yeah. I keep remembering what you said about the finals of the
10
major,
seconds
Trent. How
remaining.
Storm is just this perfect, predictable, like even in a bad matchup, he still
5
does stuff.
seconds
I don't know.
remaining.
I'm into this like 9th pick Storm thing now.
The movement. Freedom
Yeah.
of movement. You have choices, I believe.
Freedom
was
of
the discussion.
choices. That was the key word there. Choices.
Options. He's wave dashing all around on everybody. Something like that.
I don't know about this Storm pick, guys. You're against a
Whoa!
Grimstroke. Now you're against a Puck. There is a Nyx Assassin. And you have to share farm with a Terrorblade at the same time.
And it's a Whisper Puck, so it's a Chris Luck Magnus. Hello, boys and girls.
I like that.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. This is going to be nasty. Chris Luck is going to be farming like crazy from the mid lane against this Storm. He'll be taking stacks. Him and Sven are going to be huge and hit this nice timing. Plus, you got this Puck on the 3 to back you up. This looks dirty. I like what Beast Coast have here.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think the cheese factor on the side of Hokori is down like 10 tiers from the last game. I think Storm Spirit is a really good hero dispatch. I just have a lot of doubts about Terrorblade, so I'm going Beast Coast all the way.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, they just look like they have straight up hero counters, right?
Yeah.
Their life just looks kind of good for Beast Coast. Plus, they're obviously coming in here as the stronger team. So they need to make big plays again. They did fairly well last game with the crazy, huge hero of Phantom Lancer in his current state. We'll see if Lumiere can try and pull off something similar with the Terrorblade. To me, it's Mr. Jeans, though, who just needs to have an unreal game with El Misho to carry this one through.
Yeah, at least he's got the Oracle to back him up. So you've got to save on the Storm Spirit. Maybe that can open up the Genes to play on the cutting edge, really push things to the limit on this Storm Spirit. Going to be tough against the Puck, but we'll see if he can do it. Gary, my friend, we got a Puck versus a Storm. It's really going to be Storm versus Magnus, though. How excited are we? The Chris Luck Magnus. Give it to me, baby.
Well, the Chris Luck Magnus, yeah, he's leading the charge on that hero introduction as well, right up there at the front, ready to go. And another pause here, so we've got a bit of time to think about what is in front of us. Theban, a Storm for Mr. Jeans. Do you think he has to really pop off this game to give them a chance for Hokori?
I think he's going to pop off this game because he's against a Magnus. I mean, it's Storm versus Mag. It's like the easiest matchup for a Storm Spirit, right? The Mag doesn't really have much kill potential on the Storm unless he screws him into a tower. I don't think Mr. Jeans is going to let him do that. So it should be pretty easy. I did like the Terrorblade pick this game, Gary, mainly because it's one of the heroes that can keep up with like a Mag plus carry combo in terms of farm. Right? There's like a certain amount of farm on the map, and a carry can only farm like all that before the next minute where the creeps spawn, right? And he can be on pace with the Sven Mag. That being said, the TB also forced his puck to actually switch into this offlane role so that they can try to at least win the offlane or at least have like a good matchup there. Because if they had the Mag 3, this TB would be beyond free farm.
Yeah, just have completely free lane. And later on, I guess the puck gives you the option for some really nice split pushing, or at least D-pushing against the TB and his illusions, right? Kind of hunting and getting into those positions on the opposite side of the map. Create a bit of pressure. I also really like the Nyx pick from Beast Coast in that third spot. You know, the panel are bringing up heroes like Tinker, like Medusa, for example.
Yeah.
And that Nyx third pick is just a blocker. It's straight up like, nah, you can't pick these heroes.
Definitely, yeah. I think it's solid pickup, but that be like, I don't know, Gary. It's kind of hard to play Nyx with the Magnus because the Magnus himself is naturally a passive hero that wants to farm up in the early game, get these items for his carries. And Nyx is an offensive hero. He needs someone that can pair with him to get kills on the map, because if he doesn't, have a good flow to the game, he's gonna have a hard time finding levels.
Do you reckon that Schofield's going to struggle a little bit in the early game, find a home for himself?
It's possible. It really depends on how well Whisper does in this game. If this offlane goes really well, then Whisper on this puck could be that hero that pairs up with the Nyx and just runs around, and maybe Stinger can tag along a little bit, get that Inkswell, help out the Nyx, get some extra stun locks in. So they really are relying on this puck to do well in the offlane.
Is Nyx Assassin bugged for you right now? Every time he stops, his legs continue moving.
Battle begins.
Wait, hang on. Wait for when he actually stands still and stops moving for a second. His
Okay.
legs keep wobbling around.
Oh,
Look at-
yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's really creepy. It's like a spider.
I thought I was lagging like real hard for a second. Like, why is he still walking? He's not moving anywhere.
Oh,
time
Schofield
around.
misses the sentry.
Yep.
Gets tipped.
You might wish to retract your last move.
And Mr. Jeans
learned.
still holding his Obsword. Didn't even place it.
To be honest, Gary, if I look at these drafts and like you hide the heroes for me, I would actually favor Hokori's draft. Like, very slightly. But because it's Beast Coast, playing Beast Coast draft, you always got to give them a little bit of an edge there.
Kind of lean the other way a little bit.
Yep.
Well, down at bottom, Whisper and Schofield going to get on top of Gardic for a sec. Just trading back the hits. Lumiere already there with 3 last hits and a deny, so good laning start for the Terrorblade. Not too much pressure coming his way. Oracle and TB, they don't really offer too much kill threat as a very farm heavy lane. Just give that Terrorblade a good time.
You say that, but if Puck does make a slight mistake in casting an orb offensively, and then the TB pops his meta, runs him down a little bit, it could be very troubling for the Puck. What? How did he die there? I think he got scored into the tower, Gary. We're looking at bottom, but I think he got scored into the tower. Like we said,
Yeah.
that's the only way he's gonna die.
That's my bad. Did not expect that.
Pass the curse.
Mr. Jeans.
No, it's
It
my
is,
bad,
yeah.
Gary. I said Mr. Jeans was gonna own this lane, and he just dies first blood to Chris Luck.
You did state the only way that things could go poorly for him was if Chris Luck gets that skewer. Goodness gracious me. Well, Mr. Jeans back in that lane. Still trying to pop up to the bottle. He'll have enough money for it now. Just as those water runes do spawn up. Yeah, coming back down to the bottom lane, Terrorblade still not using Metamorphosis, holding on to it. Kind of a bit of a difference from what we used to see from TB. He would use it on that first creep wave immediately.
You kind of have to, I feel, because it's only 15 damage now. They nerfed it. It was 20 damage previously, so you lost 5 damage there. And the attack range is also lower on the first level, so maybe he was trying to see if he can get away with holding it till level 3 first.
Yeah, and then maybe go for a kill attempt.
perhaps.
Oh, mid lane, Chris
Hold
Luck.
it for that kill attempt.
He's trying it.
Oh,
He's got me on the edge of my seat, he has. Very nearly got
Just
Mr.
tryna-
Jeans back in there. They also had Schofield who TP'd in.
he's also trying to burn some of Mr. Jean's resources since he does have a healing salve and a near full bottle on Chris Luck before that engagement.
Oh, Vortex there. Gets Mr. Jeans a little bit of distance.
He tried to go
Bring
for
the
it
skewer
again.
back.
The skewer.
He did. He does have to fall back now. The bounty rune has spawned up for him to refill his bottle if he wants to dip back over to that side. As we do
Just
see
check out
Schofield
the-
kind of roaming around.
I was gonna say, check out the last hits mid. There's still a lot of pressure going on to Chris Luck here. You see the last hits, 5 to 11. It was not for that first blood. Like Mr. Jeans would be in a extremely dominating position right now.
It still feels like he's annihilating that lane. He goes for another Vortex. Remnant. Damage looking good, but Mr.
Fire.
Jeans under the
The
tower.
bait.
Skewered the turnaround.
Wow.
Chris Luck baits him in and toys with Mr. Jeans for the second time.
Yeah, that looks like Mr. Jeans is just trying to make up for the fact that he messed up early and really wanted to, assert some kind of dominance onto Chris Luck. Ends up just feeding another kill. He must be extremely tilted at this point.
Oh, Schofield and Gardic ring around the rosy. Gardic knows there's high ground vision there, but he doesn't want Schofield to deny it. And now it looks like he's just going to have to leave it.
He's gonna bring it later with the TB's level 4 courier flying. Get some vision for him.
And
For now, this courier
Schofield
is dead.
delays his own career. Tranquil's come out for him now. He guards that observer ward. Is up towards top. Vitali and El Misho. Yeah, they can't get towards Stinger fast enough. So Grimstroke's dipped away while K1 25-1. Sven completely free farming.
Top
Just
lane.
got stunned up. That's a lot of damage on him. Not free farming any
Oh, he's
longer.
dead.
Wonderful pick off, and Stinger still going to get right click down little by El Misho as Lumiere loses his life. Schofield and Whisper pairing up to bring the Terrorblade to his knees. Gardic does have a Fortune's End in a second. He wants to try and slow them down. He's got a couple of stick charges here too. It looks like he will be able to hold out under his tier 1 tower as the puck jaunts forward. Well, there's a salve on that Oracle. Actually going to go for the turnaround. Doesn't get the Purifying Flames out. That could have been a kill with the 2 points up in it. And now sandwiched in between the Nyx and the puck. The good stun from Schofield. The damage, though, from Lumiere will take out the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth going on in this bottom lane. The TB's courier was sniped off by Schofield earlier, which kind of hurt Terrorblade's laning potential there, allowing the puck to dominate with those double nulls. And Whisper is off to a great start, and all thanks to Schofield.
Yeah, absolutely. Then Schofield TP's mid, refills the bottle for Chris Luck. So now we're looking at a level 6 Magnus. They've got the RP, and it is before Storm hits 6. Those 2 kills do matter when it... Oh! Never mind. We'll pretend that didn't happen.
Yep, we saw nothing.
Oops-a-daisy.
Mr. Jeans,
Storm Spirit.
level 6.
Oh, skewered back though
Schofield.
with the stun.
Stun.
The damage looking good.
My
They've got him
goodness.
under that tier 1. Who cares, RP? We have Skewer.
You know what? Top lane Sven also getting arrowed up. Very nice kill
Chain
if they can
stunned.
get it.
Good Storm Hammer. And he's got the War Cry. Tanking up through that Marana. Right click. Stinger's going with the Inkswell. Yeah, he doesn't have enough damage to push onto the Sand King and Marana, but it's Sven forced out of lane.
Yeah. So Mr. Jeans is doing well in the favorable lane in terms of last hits, but he's just getting completely outplayed
Where's he going?
by Chris Luck. He wants to kill Chris Luck. That's where he's going.
He really
ain't
does.
done. Oh man.
That's a ballsy zip onto that small camp, kind of expecting Chris Luck to be there.
That was a lot of mana, Gary. He really wants to kill Chris Luck so badly, and Chris Luck understands that. And he's got Mr. Jean's number right now.
On tilt.
He can read him like a book.
Knows exactly what's up. They've also kind of shoved Lumiere out of the bottom lane, now relegated to jungling. Puck pushes the wave onto tier 1. Nobody's defending it. So Whisper and Schofield can go into Radiant Jungle, spot out the TB, the Oracle, and they've got Coil if they want to throw it in here. Quick little stun from the Nyx Assassin. I'm not going to spend Coil just yet. Just a Waning Rift, now the Coil onto both of them. Follow through towards TB, not really available, so just an Oracle pick.
Yep, Lumiere just gonna be jungling here too, and he can't because there's still a puck watching him. And this is exactly how Beast Coast play. Same thing Schofield with his Tusk. Just keep running at the enemy carry, just watch him, and the enemy carry is gonna feel uncomfortable. It's gonna be walking back and forth. Meanwhile, on the other side, K1 is just constantly hitting creeps with no pressure, no big pressure on him. He has died already. He almost died 2 times.
Well, trying to play towards that mid lane again, still scrambling for a kill on Chris Luck. The LP's there, but he is blown up by that Oracle and Storm magic damage. Mr. Jeans zipping up towards an Arcane Rune top. Could lead to Hokori going for another pick-off on K1, because look at them in that top lane. Both pretty low on HP, and resources have been expended.
Vitaly went with the Epicenter into a Bro Strike play onto K1. He brought him very low. And Mr. Jeans with the Arcane Rune, he actually already popped it, so...
Go blind. Go on, Mr. Jeans, you know exactly where he is.
He's just gonna farm.
And Chris Luck TP's there. Bottling up K1, empowering him as well.
And a salve.
And onto El Micho they'll go. Leaps across the trees, 2 still remaining.
K1's gotta be careful.
Storm Spirit, he's gonna jump onto K1. There's the zip with an arrow catching Magnus. So the skewer back, but K1's down. Mr. Jeans with the Arcane Rune still going. Finds the pos 1 of Beast Coast.
It's a huge pick off right there. This is where you would want a Misho to actually get a ward into this jungle area just to be able to see where the Sven goes and farms, because K1, you know, he's a really greedy farmer. He will farm with very low HP, trying to maximize everything. You saw what he did there. He asked Chris Luck to TP onto the tier 2, bring him some bottle charges and a healing salve so he can go into the jungle instead of having to go back to base.
Yeah, it's that 15-second time save. Gotta be as efficient.
You know
as
how I
can.
know that, Gary? That K1 asked that?
Because you played with him?
Yep,
Is that
he
what he
asked
does
me
in
the
his
same
pubs?
thing. It's like
Really?
11 minutes of their game. He's asking me to TP to him, bring him a healing salve. You know?
Did you do it, though?
I did. K1 asked you to do something. You do
do
it. This
it.
man, he's
Damn
hardcore.
right.
He's like the South American Eternal Envy.
Yeah, you listen to him.
Pretty hardcore, this guy.
Terribly, this is so sad. Yeah, he pings it. Camp is warded. Blocked up. Spotted out by 2 observers here. Lots of vision for the Dire team over the TB. That just lets Whisper take a free tier 1 bottom lane. No contest.
Very
Beast
nice
Coast have
whisper.
the entirety of the map to their disposal. What's Storm up to now? Orchid is being built up little by little. I'll have it in a couple of minutes, it looks like. Waiting top lane for now, maybe expecting a core hero to TP there, but it is just Schofield. Burrow struck, and that ball lightning. A good carapace turnaround stun hits both of them. Mr. Jean's gonna have to zip a bit deeper if he wants it. He doesn't.
He knows the Vendetta's up. He would waste mana, and then the Nyx would just Vendetta, and maybe even turn the fight around.
Well, they got a coil on the Storm. Fortune's End in towards them. Down goes that Mr. G and Storm Spirit. And they also lost El Micho mid to an RP of the Magnus. And while that's all happening,
It's gonna be denied.
it's that same old story, isn't it? K1 is hitting creeps.
Yep. This is exactly how Beast goes, you know, just get the focus away from K1. Just do whatever it takes to do so. And Whisper with that nice wall play while he's TPing in. Gets the kill onto the Storm. Storm's Orchid is going to be delayed some more.
Trying to get himself out of the base. But that map
I
looking
wonder-
pretty small for Hokori.
Gary, I wonder if Whisper is like one of the top like offlaners that wins his lane. Because every
think
time I
will.
watch Beast Coast play, they always do so well in the offlane.
Yeah, he always comes out with like the same amount of kind of farm and experience as a POS 1 does. He's basically a
He's
carry.
more
on that
than the
side
plus
lane.
one in this game. And
Yeah.
the plus one is a Sven with an Empower.
A prize.
It's crazy.
He's farming ancient stacks now, like K1 Sven.
Yeah, but we can't just give all the credit to Whisper, right? And this is like the effect of Schofield. This man knows how to provide that experience to the offlaner. He knows how to pressure the enemy so they look away from Whisper, and he's constantly doing so much work. It's gonna be Vendettaing up into the enemy Ancients area. Maybe he can leech some XP. They do see him.
They might be able to pop that smoke as well. Yeah, you're right, they do see him.
Oh, his team is here too.
They're all gathering around the Terrorblade. Yeah, they smoke to try and move out across the map. Courier sniped. Schofield. He should get slain here, surely. Burst into oblivion by the puck with an ink swell. Thinking about jumping in. And just going to orb out, though. Quick little jaunt to that illusory orb with the arrow. Slides straight on top of Stinger. 2 support kills. Nicely played. And they defend the Terrorblade.
Yep, MVP sentry there, watching the Nyx assassin walking up the high ground, going towards the TB. So they already started collapsing in that area with 5 heroes of Hokori. Sanking with the blink dagger, great reveal. Picks up 2 support kills. But there's always a big but when it comes to Beast Coast, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Missed the K1 god here. Yep. Farm arm.
You blew it. Are you kidding me?
There's also, we're seeing a lot of Hokori in that Div 2 last season, and it's felt that they definitely can play up to the likes of Beast Coast that we saw in Game 1 of this one. But very often it feels like when the game kind of changes state, when it goes from you're ahead into you're behind. Oh, quick little skewer, stun onto the Mirana. Has a mech in another leap. And we've got silence there for the Phantom's Embrace, trying to take it down, but burst. We're not going to catch out the Gardic Oracle, who's walked up there to try and save the Mirana now. So 2 in a row for Beast Coast.
Yeah, it's very important as an Oracle player to understand when the hero's already dead and if the hero's even worth trying to save. Instead, he just ends up feeding an extra kill there for Beast Coast, allowing them to just start hitting this tier 1 tower middle. K1 again, he doesn't want to hit towers. He likes to hit creeps. Those creeps give him gold. Forget about towers. K1
Just hit
style.
creeps. Well, Vitali's going to try and hold out in that mid lane on the tier 1, but it's the catch onto the Storm that's more important for them. The RP, fake pump now, the stun comes in onto Mr. Jeans, the save with a false promise, but
stunned.
Storm is silenced up. He's stunned, silenced, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to survive. Mr. Jean's about to die, the epicenter in there onto Schofield and Stinger, Burrow striking them with a reflection from TB, but Storm's down. Schofield going to fall, and they're losing heroes drastically now. That is not a good look for Hokori.
Very, very bad. I think the Mirana with this maxed out Sacred Arrow build is just not dealing enough damage in these engagements. Storm being the first one killed off too. They have such short amount of damage output at the moment until this Mirana can get a few more kills, a few more levels first.
Radiant's middle tower.
Oh yeah, I was trying to make a point earlier, wasn't I?
What was it?
When we were watching Hokori, it quite often felt like when the game changes state from you being ahead to you being behind, or the game goes even, or the enemy team goes from being passive to aggressive, it feels like they can struggle to adapt to what's going on. They often focus on Lumiere farming towards a key item and Mr. Jeans popping off in laning stage, but smoke gank like this could definitely get them out of the rut they're in. 5k lead for Beast Coast.
Decent kill, but any kill that's not on the Sven, I think won't be amounting to too much for Hokori. They do find Whisper. They got an Orchid. He doesn't have a Yules or anything like that. Solid kill. He is the second highest net worth hero in the game right now, but they need to chain this into more kills. They get that Moonlight going.
Yeah, more kills, a mid tower, something has to go their way. Still under the moonlight, high ground vision.
Oh, they
Sven
found him.
Found
That's
out,
the big
Burrow,
kill.
but the arrow hits a creep with the vortex there. K1 down to about half HP, but they've got a lot of disables here as the Storm Hammer lands onto both of them through the skewer. Storm Spirit, Mr. Jeans with the Fate Economy silenced up. Phantom's Embrace, too strong.
Oh, wow.
Sanking Storm both down, and Mirana gonna have to leap down.
That arrow really needed to land there, Gary. It was an absolute disaster. Then you get the Soulbind on the 2 heroes. Perfect. Sven is just hitting them, doesn't care. He's got plenty of damage and why in the Hyperstone, even if he didn't have the God Strength up.
And Beast goes straight back out on the map. Schofield and Whisper have found the Terrorblade top lane. So Hokori go for that 4-man sweep through the bottom area of the map, trying to give the Terrorblade space, but they're just bleeding out now as Gardic's found in his own triangle. Storm, pretty long zip, in onto the Grimstroke, trying to burst him with Gardic's Purifying Flames, and they will be able to take him out. Now, with
Snacking.
a reverse polarity thrown in there,
One more.
Magnus is going to drop. Now it's a bleed out from Beast Coast. It's their turn to have a bit of a chain feed. Good two-man stump from Schofield, but Mr. Jeeves. It is pop-off time. Two-man coil, puck is in. Silencing up onto the Garlic
too.
Oracle. He's going to fall.
Wow, I think they just got way overconfident there on Beast Coast. You know, you saw the all chat lines coming out after they killed the TV. They're like, yeah, we got the enemy carry and K1's still farming. And then they're like, okay, we can do more with it. But
Five-man wipe incoming. Here we go onto the
No
Sven.
way.
They're going to catch him
No
out with a
way.
Fortune's End. The Epi Blink. Initiation for Vitali. Beautifully done. And Garlic
door now.
secures it.
Yep.
They go for Stinger now. So
6
low
kill.
mana Storm. 6 kills. The Rampage +1.
Jeez.
Schofield TP's in. Two-man Shockwave into the skewer. Beautiful
get one
play
more?
from Chris Luck. They're going to try and bring down Vitali, and they will not just about do it. Saved by the Oracle Garlic there. With the Edict in the
turn
flames.
this,
Shockwaved in. The Storm back in again. The arrow
7
connecting on Chris
kills.
Luck, and the burst
8
through the
kills.
Knicks. 8 kills in a row. Hokori. Gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay. That's what you call full-on tilt, Gary. 8 kills. Dude, the goalie just went from 7k to 1k in a matter of 2 minutes. And they lost the mid tower.
Wow. What?
I mean, this is the definition of bleeding out.
What a chain reaction as well. And that all starts, like, thinking about it, that starts from the move bottom lane, right? That's the Hokori smoke in to try and, you know, kill Heroes bottom. They get Whisper. Then it's the Beast Coast reaction top to kill a TB. And Hokori, I don't know, they're like an angry bear that's been poked by Beast Coast, just turned it on.
Yeah, and they're picking this ward too. Like K1, you know, he had 4 heroes dead and he's still farming under somewhere where they have vision, right? He dies, he instantly pings that out. It's like, guys, there's a ward here. And then he's like going back in there, and they're so scared now. They just killed them 8 times. They don't know what to do anymore. They need to wait for an item. The Sven's gonna finish AC, but is that enough? He needs BKB against all these disables.
Yeah, Storm Spirit's lining for BKB of his own. So's the Sand King. Once these timings hit for the Radiant team, not only will they have the overwhelming stuns, disables, team fight, but the safety to do it as well.
Over here now.
Terribly Scardy on the horizon. About 900 gold away from it.
That's a huge item. Slow down the Sven. He's gonna be the Sven killer for sure in this game, the Terrorblade. Great hero going into the late game too.
It feels like Beast Coast are really ramping up for a single core very heavily here, nestling K1 into that position. They've got, you know, Magnus here with Blink, Solar Crest, Essence Ring, more utility than really carry. I guess Whisper did go for that Witchblade, then into the Maelstrom. So a bit of right click from the puck at least.
Misho.
That's El Misho. Moonlight Shadow leaping over the Nyx, the Yule Scepter from Schofield though, going to set up for a nice stun. Hokori couldn't get there in time.
They get the Stinger kill on the other side.
They do. And Storm still has a DD rune going.
Yeah, that was trying to make a play with their AC timing. You know, you got this big 5k plus gold item that you completed on your carry. You want to try and do something with that. Magnus also has a Solar Crest, so Sven's got a lot of boosted damage at the moment. Vitaly just gonna steal the bounty rune. That's something we don't talk that much about anymore, Gary. The 3-minute bounties.
The 3 minute, yeah.
Every
Just
3
going in and
minutes.
stealing them.
Yeah, it's like people just don't put enough emphasis on it because it's still a new patch. Everyone still has the idea of like the 5 minutes at the moment. But these 3-minute bounties, like if you're the team who gets ahead of that and can control every 3-minute bounty, you're gonna be doing very well for yourself. Because I do feel like teams are quite lazy about it at the moment.
They just keep pressing forward, compound that advantage. Beast Coast playing as a very tight squad right now, 5 heroes together. It looks like they're kind of angling for Tier 1 Roshan, that area of the map. There's Hokori. Not quite sure what's coming around the corner because Schofield, oh, now they do. Sentry dropped, very well timed. Gardic will realise that Beast Coast were coming up there.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And Terrorblade is doing a pretty good job just keeping that bottom wave out, farming that
Dire's middle tower
southern
is
jungle,
under attack.
shoving into tier 1 with just illusions. He's had a very calm couple of minutes now, Lumiere. Closing in on the Sven's net worth. Roshan scouted, no one's in the pit. Looks like they want to smoke.
Smoke up. They got that Scotty, Ograx, very tanky TB at the moment. Oracle with the Glimmer Cape.
Smoke popped. Carapace
Oh,
there,
big RP.
2-man RP. Chris Luck,
got
beautiful
the
position
Oracle.
with the Soulbinder, the 2-man stun that is blown up completely. 3 heroes disappear. Sanking's gone in with Epicenter, but I don't know if he stands a chance now. That's Sven. Slaps down and cleaves them and Twain, and looks like the Terrorblade. He's been used up, and a stun's there for Schofield. It's a 5-man wipe coming. Skewered back into the Sven. Go on, give it to K1. Slam down the TB, no chance to Sunder. And Beast Coast come out with a whopping team fight, and they can go for Roche now if they want to.
That was so nice, man. And then it was just going down, everybody sitting on the hill, ready. Chris Luck doesn't even hesitate, jumps the 2 heroes, one of them being Oracle. Gets the burst with K1. A little bit of an awkward smoke though, Gary, because they have 3 heroes who are pretty much halfway, if not closer to BKB.
Yeah.
The Storm, Sanking, and the TB. Actually, Sanking just finishes BKB now.
Also, like, Oracle being the one that had his smoke popped first, right? Usually you'd want your Oracle being towards the back of your smoke to save people up.
Really rough. And they went like 2 different paths, right? You had the Oracle Mirana going through the river, then you had the other 3 heroes going through the mid lane. So extremely awkward altogether.
East Coast.
And they're back.
Straight up punishing.
I've been wanting this.
Sven's
Top
got his
lane tier
BKB.
2.
Aegis.
Still gonna run away though.
Doesn't have
back
the
away.
dodge strength quite yet.
Stun up onto K1. Inkswell speeding out of there with a Sandstorm down up towards the triangle. Whisper and Schofield forcing the false promise. Gardic blown up. And Storm still under the coil as the Sven with Chris Luck. They're going to throw the Soulbind onto Lumiere. K1 whacking into the TB. The ball lightning in. They've still got a Sunder. But who does Lumiere cast it on? There goes the Grimstroke finally falling and the Sunder back. K1 still BKB'd and got strength up with Whisper arriving. They'll slay the Terrorblade with one more hit. Maelstrom proc and Mirana forced to leap away. Down to the low ground she'll go. Storm out of there. Mirana skewered back into the waiting arms of Sven and Beast Coast. And they were on the run there, but a great little turn of momentum does get them 3 kills. And 1 on the TB, the most important of all.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, very well played there from Whisper. Just going onto the Storm and the Oracle
Vitali.
first, deleting the Oracle.
Blink Echo, Epi with the ball lightning in. Down goes the Aegis. I don't know if they can kill him off twice though. The backup of Schofield and also the arrival of Chris Luck. He's got Blink RP. Hokori don't stick around. Sanking down and the jump in. He's gonna get one. Finding the Oracle of Gardic, but not the Storm, who did ball lightning away.
It's gonna let them go straight into the high ground now. Just do a little bit of chip damage at least. Storm, TB, Mirana, all alive. It's time to get out. Oh, never mind. They want to keep going, Gary.
Glyphing up that creep wave and a Yule's on a Storm. He zips in.
Way.
He's destroyed.
No way. Schofield, God.
What?
That was so nice from Schofield.
Is he just like... How?
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
What a player.
I'm telling you,
Oh,
man.
he doesn't want to
Schofield
buy
is
back on that Storm.
So good.
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
they
barracks
they really don't want to buy back. They don't got the TB metamorph up, so they're just gonna give up top racks, just like game 1.
Oh no.
Try to finish another item and do something
Dire's
else.
middle tower is under attack.
That was
Sanking
insane.
accidental BKB.
Did he? Oh no, that feels bad. I just want to say, like, going back to the last fight that occurred, Whisper has been doing such a great job of finding the perfect targets, right? He jumped Oracle first, killed him, went back into the team fight, went onto the TB, who doesn't have a BKB. This build with Witchblade and Maelstrom and all the magic damage output that Whisper has is just deleting the Terrorblade. The problem isn't even the Sven anymore for the TB, it's actually the Puck.
It's Whisper. But I think you've hit the nail on the head. You know, he's always finding silence onto the Oracle, coil onto the Storm, And then once he's done that, the fight is kind of just over.
Yeah.
He's got free reign to do whatever he wants. El Misho, yet again in these kind of awkward positions, just trying to shove out waves as best he can. TP's back to the outpost, but that opens up a soul bind and a two-man stun. That's it. Hokori are done. They just lost 2 supports for nothing in return.
This Stinger making the plays, like Beast Coast, this team is just so incredibly good.
Yeah, no messing around. Tier 2, God Strength is ready. There's a BKB Lincoln's Sven ready to destroy your barracks.
Gary, how many teams can give up 8 kills in less than 2 minutes and then just come back and destroy the enemy?
Yeah, it's like water off a duck's back. Like it's as though it didn't matter. I genuinely can't answer that question. I don't like OG, Secret, you know, when when they're playing top form.
But it also goes to show, like, Beast Coast, you know, this is a team that can tilt, right? When things like that happen, they're not keeping their composure.
Storm's
they're
dead.
not waiting.
Theban?
Is he?
Storm has been solo killed by the Nyx
Soul?
Assassin.
No way. Okay. Okay.
And they've also jumped into the base. Like, Storm's dead. Probably has to buy back.
Damn. Drops a talentless line too.
Jumping on the Sven. He's still got BKB ready, though, and the RP.
Chris Luck,
oh, he's in the Sandstorm, so it doesn't catch anybody. So that's BKB and that RP down. The ball lightning in. Storm wants to battle. Sanced up, though. Skewer misses. Mr. Jeans! He's bought back and died. Terrorblade's meted up. He needs to fight this, but I just don't think you can without your Storm Spirit now, as that BKB will dodge away from the Stormhammer. Epicenter in with a great burrow. K1's gone. The killing streak is ended, and Schofield, slowed by the skeleton forced to Yules, might be able to blink away from this. Can he get out of there? Not quite. Fast enough.
Wow, very nice play there. Lumiere, you know, he's just running back, pretending like he's running away from the fight, and he got the sanking, baiting the Terrorblade. Gets that nice double epi stun onto Mag and Sven.
Beast Coast weren't expecting that turnaround.
They really were not.
Whisper's going to cut that wave mid, though, so no creeps for a tier 2 push.
You can't do anything with this. You just got to farm up. Get to your next item here on Lumiere. Just play for your Metamorph. Beast Coast, when they're alive, they might just run straight back down mid, knowing that there's still a pretty big timer on TB's meta.
And that's the last lane to claim. Tier 3 mid is what, 600 HP? It should be pretty straightforward. And then Roshan fast spawn is about a minute and a half. Another timing for them to look towards.
Feels really bad for Mr. Jeans. You know, his game, it looked like it was good again after those 8 kills. He was getting close to that BKB, and now he's about to finish a 31-minute BKB. At least he's got it, though. At least he's got the BKB, I guess.
Still doesn't save him from RP, though. That's definitely going to be one of his problems, even though we've seen Chris Luck whiff a couple of them. It's kind of interesting, though. You mentioned that, looking at the net worth board. Magnus and Storm, they've got pretty much the same net worth from the mid laners.
Yeah. They're both pretty much playing the support role in this game, it feels like. I mean, Chris Luck definitely is. Like, he's playing Mag. He's just running around, empowering and solar cresting his Sven. I don't think there's much difference between Chris Luck's Mag and if this was a support Magnus.
Yeah, he's basically playing 3, right? Like, Puck is more of the 2 in terms of farm priority. That's kind of where you want the Magnus and Puck. This is not where you want your Storm Spirit. That's for damn sure. And El Misho, we've seen this story before.
Yeah,
again,
seen the story in game 1.
Hiding in the trees, but always scouted by Schofield. He knows exactly where you are at any given moment.
Middle tower is under attack.
And Roshan
Got that Spike Carapace cooldown now too, that Trent talked about earlier.
Oh, it's so good. Minus 3.5 seconds.
Cooldown.
Whew. That's a long spawn on Roche, so Beast Coast don't have something to entertain themselves in the meanwhile. They're going to have to go and force a fight, maybe try and bring down the last lane of barracks. Close the net in around Hokori, de-ward this bottom jungle, take the outpost. Systematic move forward by Beast Coast.
Lumire's gotta buy an item though. Like they're going into the high ground, and this is the last drag, so he cannot afford to give this up.
Has fallen.
But Lumire needs something. He's got 5,000 gold. Where's he gonna buy? Daedalus. Ooh, still needs a little bit more gold, Gary, before he can finish that.
Going for raw damage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I guess that still is one of those items you feel like the game is coming to a close.
Yeah.
Raw damage is going to help you out as a Terrorblade, that's for damn sure.
I mean, Sven already has the MKB, right? So he beat TB2, the butterfly.
True.
So TB's like, well, I guess I can't go that item anymore.
And then wants to finish off S and Y after. Smoking in towards the pit. Still a minute and a half to go. That's unfortunate for Hokori. Like, where do you go now? You make this move and you're thinking, we'll fight at Roshan, and then there's no one here.
Scofield saw the illusion just come out of nowhere. He knows they're smoked up here. He's gonna run in. He's got an Aeon disc as well. They can't even jump him.
Jumps the Oracle. It's the best target. Does get burst struck with a soul bind. The RP catches Mr. G's. The storm caught inside the coil now and skewered back into the K1. Oh, it's big from Beast Coast.
Goodbye.
3 heroes slain immediately. And now Lumiere, he's stuck here. Who's going to sunder? BKB's up, but he can't sunder anybody. He is destroyed by K1, and it's the last hero standing. Mirana leaping, blinking, jumping away from the destruction of Beast Coast. Go on, El Micho. Get back to Fountain. GG is called as long as you survive. Mirana, please live. TP home. Get out of there. The game's going to end before she dies. Come on, Mirana. You can do it. I believe in you. Yes. No. No, the courier died. Hawk, I thought the Mirana died. Beast Coast proving, though, still a team to beat.
Yep, they are. But again, like those plays where you lose those, 7, 8 heroes, you got to really talk about that after the game and let your team know, guys, we gotta have clean games. We don't want these bad habits to bleed into our future games or anything like that. But nonetheless, Beast Coast, they just dominated this game from beginning to end. On the side of Hokori, especially Mr. Jeans, he's got to keep his cool. He did well mid in terms of last hits, but he was a little too aggressive on the Magnus. Just let Chris Luck play with him like a fiddle, and he just fed too many kills away this game.
Yeah, and as always,